you're not okay. I look into your eyes and see you fade away. But we're not the same. It's like we're on two sides of the Milky Way. Somehow we got used to the problems. Baby, we got used to falling. I'm tired of feeling blue when I lose myself to love. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name's Amanda and I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4 boys. It is the weekend when I'm filming again. Our weekends are about to get busier though because we're about to start up soccer, so it's gonna get a little hectic in the morning times. So this is our last kind of like free weekend before that all kicks off, and I've really been just enjoying the weekends and not having to rush out the door for school pickups and drop-offs. But I am solo pretty much this whole weekend. My husband has a very busy work schedule. Today is going to be a super nice day. It's going to be a high of 78. It's not going to be too sunny from what I'm seeing, but I'm still planning on having the boys out back as much as possible. I think I'm going to put up the bouncy house that we have. One time we got this little bouncy house on a clearance for 99 bucks, and we've had it for like 3 summers now. So we're going to set that, maybe even 4 summers. So I'm gonna set that up outside for them today, and I want to get to work on our garden after my workout. What needs to be done is it needs to be completely weeded. We do have some berries already starting to grow, so that's really exciting, but I need to pull up all the weeds, and I need to kind of, I don't know what the term is, take all this soil and kind of move it around and fluff it up, if you will, to get it ready to put our plants in. We don't have any plants yet, but I'm really hoping in the next week or 2 to get over to like Lowe's and Home Depot and start to see what kind of plants and vegetables they have. I'm so excited. I wore my shirt that has like garden vibes on it today. Let me know if you have a garden down in the comment section below, and let me know what you plant in your garden. So we are going to be doing tomatoes for sure. We do strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. We might do some cucumbers. I always do a variety of herbs in my raised bed, but I'll show you guys outside kind of what the plan is going to be for this year, and we will get it all prepped together. I also want to show you guys a really easy Easter dessert that you can make, so you can bring it to your family function on Easter or just make it for your family. We made it just for, you know, the weekend, just for something fun, and it was a good test run for Easter, so maybe we'll make that dessert again. It's super cute, super easy. And also at the end of today's video, I'm going to be including my Q&A. I asked you guys to leave me some questions, and you guys did, so thank you so much for that. So I'm going to be including that in today's video as well. But let's go ahead and jump right in. We have a lot to do today, and a lot to do as far as mom life. I'm not going to be filming as much of my like day-to-day like laundry and cleaning. The bulk of this video will be mostly outside, but I'll put snippets of things that I'm doing throughout too. But first, coffee. It's really early and I need to kickstart my day. Also, some sneak peek exciting news. We are in the midst of planning a trip for the fall time. I can't wait to share that with you guys in an upcoming video. I don't know if it'll be the next one or the one after that. Once we have a little bit more solidified plans, I'll be sharing that with you guys. We haven't been on a real vacation in so long. We've just been going to Ocean City, New Jersey, which is a vacation and I love it. But we stay at my dad's place there, but we haven't gone anywhere as far as going on a plane. So we will be taking the older boys on an airplane, so I'll be sharing more of that in some upcoming videos. Can't wait to share the details with you guys. So I'm about to make my coffee. I'm switching things up a little bit today. I'm gonna be doing a shot of espresso. I'm gonna do one of these Core Power 42 gram of protein shakes. I've never had this before, but I saw someone talking about it on Instagram saying that it was really good. I could not find the vanilla, so we're gonna try out the chocolates. And then I got my hands on the new Chobani confetti birthday cake creamer. Not sure how I feel about this. We're gonna try this combo and see if it kind of tastes like a chocolate birthday cake. Yes, the coffee is a great combination. So it is breakfast time. I've already knocked a few chores off of my to-do list. I'm gonna go ahead, make sure everyone is fed, clean up after breakfast, and then we are going to spend the entire morning pretty much outside. We went on a bike ride and a walk. We also played out back. I had to run back up into the twins' bedroom and change their diaper pail. I have to do this about 2 times a week because it fills up so easily. Obviously, having twins, I feel like you have a lot less diaper pail changes when it's just one baby, but with 2, obviously it's more frequently. I had gotten a new mat for the back patio in the mail, so I wanted to switch out the old one. The old one was pretty wet and crusty. The new one was much smaller than I thought it was going to be, but I guess it'll do for now. I'm not sure if my husband's going to want to change that to something bigger, but I'm just going to keep it. I like the print on it. And then also I wanted to wipe down these back windows. There were lots of lick marks and handprints all over them, as you can imagine. My husband was out back, like leaf blowing the patio the other night, and one of the twins was watching him, and they thought it was hilarious and were like kissing the glass and licking it. So I had to go ahead and get those little fingerprints off. Breakfast was a huge mess, so I needed to sweep that up. I recently had to get a new broom. This is the O Cedar broom, the same company as the infamous mop. The twins actually broke my old broom, which was just a cheap one. I think it was from TJ Maxx or Ross maybe, but they loved to play with it, and I guess they banged it too hard into a piece of furniture and it cracked the plastic. So I just ordered that one off of Amazon. I actually really like it. I can link it down below for you guys if you are in the market for a broom. I know, super random. But after our bike ride, I blew up the bouncy house and we all played outside for a super long time before lunch. And then I got everyone inside for lunch, and that is when I went downstairs and did my workout. My workout today was just a really quick one. I just did a little bit of core and walking on my treadmill, so that way I could get outside to the garden as quickly as possible. It would have been really hard to take care of the garden with the twins because they just would have wanted to come into and play in the dirt. I don't know what it is about little boys. They're just drawn to dirt and sand and mulch. And we do have some mulch beds out back, and all of the boys have loved to go in it and dig in it. Honestly, if I could just turn the whole backyard into like that soft playground material, that would be a dream for me because they're always coming in so dirty and we always have to do bath night after a day outside. I also just wanted to clarify, I didn't give the twins lunch and then run downstairs to work out while they were eating lunch. I fed them lunch, cleaned up after lunch, and then put them up to nap. The older boys were playing in the playroom right next to me while I was completing this workout, and then the older boys came outside with me while I worked on the garden. I always say this in my videos, but if you don't feel like working out today and it was on your to-do list, just get up and get moving. You won't regret it. I didn't do a full workout on this day, and I was honestly craving a full workout, but I knew that I just didn't have the time, and it should have been a rest day anyways, but I just couldn't rest and let it go. So definitely get up and get to moving. Here is the adorable Easter dessert that we are going to make. I'm just using Simple Mills brand chocolate cake mix, and I'm going to bake per the instructions. And you could also do vanilla cake if you wanted to, or strawberry, lemon, whatever flavors you like. And then I'm going to simply frost the cake. I'm going to use Miss Jones icing on this. I love that brand. It's very clean ingredients and it tastes really good. And then we are going to top the cake with some pretty pastel colored M&Ms. I really hope that they come out with dye-free holiday candy in the near future. I love that Trader Joe's and places like Aldi has dye-free candy. I did not have any available to me at this point in time for this cake, so I'm just using the regular pastel M&Ms to put on the top. You could also do jelly beans if you have those. That would be really cute too, or the little Cadbury eggs would be adorable. And then we are going to take 3 different colors of peat marshmallows and put them on the outmost part of the cake. Super simple. You could even do this with a store-bought cake if you are pressed for time. The boys wanted to help me, but this cake looks stunning and it tastes so good too. workout done. I've got my bucket ready for the weeds, my really old Crocs. I don't care if they get messy, they're just my Outback shoes. Some gardening gloves. I got those from Walmart. These little chalks the boys can play with while I'm doing the weeds. Unless they want to help me, they are welcome to do so. But we got those last year on clearance, I think from Kohl's maybe. And then this tool, forgive me, I don't know what it's called offhand. This is only my second year working with an in-the-ground garden. Normally we just do the raised bed, so it's still kind of new to me, but I'm gonna try and get a lot done by myself this year since my husband is back to work. Okay, so here's an overview. You can see there are a ton of weeds in here. Also, one of the baby's snacks from earlier, I was looking for that, here it is. But back here, we're gonna be having some raspberries on that wooden trellis back there. These two kind of twirly trellises will have blackberries. That's raspberry, these are blackberries. We have strawberries down here that are coming back from last year, so exciting. And then back here, we usually do a couple of cucumbers. These are tomato cages. And then up here, I don't know if we'll do like peppers or lettuce. We tried squash last year, or zucchini it was, and we did not have good luck with it for some reason. I guess it just wasn't getting pollinated, and the other plants were. So that is the plans for this year, and then I'll show you where the raised bed is. And our raised bed is over here where all the herbs will go. I think we'll have to add some like fresh soil to that, but I don't have any herbs to put in there just yet, but that is where they go. And this thing is awesome because it tells you if there's too much water in there, and you just pull the little drain and it lets the excess water out. We've had this for a few years. It came from Sam's Club. I believe it's the brand Keter, K-E-T-E-R maybe. You could probably get it at Costco too, or Amazon, Walmart, wherever. I don't know how much longer this one's gonna last. We've had it for a few years, but we are gonna try and use it again this year. So I set the boys up with some kinetic sand, so they are going to play that for a little while I get the gardening done. The twins are still upstairs for their nap time, and it's still before dinner time, so I have a little bit of time to get this all done. I'm going to start by picking out any weeds and old roots and moss and clovers and just all of the stuff that should not be in our garden bed. I just brought a little Home Depot bucket so that way I could dump all of the weeds in there and then dump them over the fence afterwards. And then what I'm going to be doing is taking that tool that I showed you and kind of digging into the dirt to bring up some fresh soil and kind of break up the hard dirt on top from the winter time. I was also picking out any rocks that I found in here and large pieces of mulch, so that way when we do get our plants, it's really quick for my husband just to dig a hole and put the plants in. Or if I'm going to be doing it this year, I could do it. I'd prefer him to do it since he had experience with it last year. But if he shows me exactly what he did, I'm sure I could do it too. Or I could just watch a tutorial maybe on YouTube. But I'm really trying to learn to do some of the outside things because he is gone a lot for work, and I want to be able to take care of things around the house too. Even though it is difficult because I do have the 4 boys with me, I don't have a ton of time just to allot to doing a project, whether that's inside or outside. It's usually pretty stop and go. And especially if it was a school day, I'm in and out of the house multiple times for school pickups and drop-offs. So it's usually pretty busy. But I was so glad to accomplish this today and just make sure that the garden bed was prepped and ready to go. So hopefully we can pick out our vegetables soon, and I will definitely share that in an upcoming video when we do. Your girl is tired, so paper plates it is for dinner. I just have some blackberries and mandarin oranges back there for the older kids. I'm gonna eat some of this like chicken and rice and pepper meal that's left over. I also have on the stove these grass-fed, they're kind of like hot dog sausages from Costco. So I'm gonna have one of those and cut one up for the boys too. Then in the oven I have the Alexia waffle potato fries, and the babies will probably have a Once Upon a Farm fruit pouch with all of this instead of the blackberries and oranges. But yeah, we're just gonna keep it super simple. I think I'm gonna end the actual vlog portion of the video here, and then I will insert the Q&A coming up next. Side note, I wanted to show you these Bucked Up protein drinks. This is the Rainbow Candy. It tastes kind of like a soda. My husband found them on TikTok. So this is what I've been having as kind of like a evening treat. I've got to play with everyone outside a little bit more while it's still nice out, and go ahead and do baths tonight too. Thank you guys so much for sending all of your questions in. I'm gonna do a Q&A in today's video. I have not done one in years, honestly. I don't even know if my old one's up on my channel anymore, and you guys send in so many good questions, so thank you for that. First question is, who inspired me to start my channel? I wouldn't say it was one particular person, but I would just consistently see other moms on YouTube starting their channel. They were home with their kids, looking for hobbies, ways to create extra income around their kids' schedules, and that really motivated me to start my own channel. I knew it was something that I could do and something that I really enjoyed doing. What channels do I love watching? There's so many channels, so if I don't name all of them here, it's just simply because I did not write them down. I'm just remembering offhand, but I love channels like Mama Jessie J, Simply Bethany, Trace Chic Mama, Brittany's Beautiful Chaos, Life with the Love Days, and there are so many more that I watch. You'll see me commenting on their videos pretty regularly. Mega Mom's another one, and I just adore their channels, and we all have really great friendships, so it's really nice to connect with other moms, and we just kind of help motivate each other, whether that be in filming or in real life. We'll be messaging or texting each other, so I love to watch their channels. What is my favorite thing to do when I have alone time? Honestly, just lay in my bed because I'm so tired by the end of the day. As things get easier, maybe with the twins, I would say like shopping. I love to do my workouts every single day, creating videos. Baking is something I really enjoy, and cooking. So things like that, I would say, but I just try and fit that into my daily schedule with kids. It might be stop and go, but that is something I would like to do non-stop if I was alone. How do I get motivated to keep my house tidy and clean? I honestly can't stand being in a super messy home. It's not perfect, but if I look around and see that it's like super messy with things everywhere, you know, handprints here, crumbs all over the floor, I just can't really function clearly like that. So I just get right to it, and the satisfaction of seeing it clean is motivation enough for me. And honestly, filming for YouTube is very motivating too, because I am filming for you guys in hopes that I'm motivating someone else out there, so that motivates me back as well. Hopefully that makes sense. What are some twin lunch ideas? So for the twins, I'll usually do like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'll do like a half of that, a little pack of either freeze-dried fruit or a fruit pouch, and then some kind of crunchy snack with it. Usually they like the little Drizzlicious rice cakes. Space balls is another snack that they love. Pretzel thins, because they're a little bit easier to chew. I'll also swap that out sometimes with like yogurt pouches. One of the twins loves all fruit, so I'm able to give him fruit with his sandwich every day, and the other twin only likes freeze-dried fruit pouches or bananas with breakfast. So I pretty much just, you know, go to a sandwich because that's like the quickest, easiest thing. They love macaroni and cheese, but usually I'll save that for dinner time, because one of the twins doesn't like too much meat, and I can kind of sometimes like hide pieces of chicken in his macaroni and cheese. So that could be another lunch item, but I typically just save it for dinner because I'll make a big batch and I'll use it as a side dish for the older boys. Like I'll do like their chicken or ground beef and then macaroni and cheese on the side and a fruit or veggie. So that is what they enjoy the most, I would say. How do you have energy to do all of the work that you do in a day? I don't always have the energy, But what I like to do is have a protein iced coffee first thing in the morning. I try and eat healthier. That helps me to have energy, and I just keep moving. I try not to sit down or lay down because that is just gonna take me out for the count. If I'm consistently up and moving, it's just like one thing kind of flows after the other. And working out definitely helps as well, because I'll work out in the middle of the day during nap time, and that'll help get me through kind of like the bedtime and dinner rush. The next question here is, what was my job before becoming a stay-at-home mom? So I worked in corporate. I worked in employee engagement for an HR team. And it was crazy enough because that company was being acquired by a much larger company, Cisco, if you've ever heard of them. And they did not take on our HR team. I was 8 months pregnant at the time, so our whole team was let go. And that's kind of how I fell into being a stay-at-home mom. I did work from home a little bit part-time, but it became very, very challenging. I had a toddler. I was pregnant with Max at the time, my second son, and I just could not keep up. So that is when we decided I would be a full-time stay-at-home mom. The next question is, do I take any supplements to relax at the end of the day? What I like to do at the end of the day is grab a big cup of ice, and I fill it with a little bit of tart cherry juice, and I dump either an Olipop or a Poppy soda drink in it, and I just chill with that in my room when I'm getting ready for bed. And that's just kind of my little thing. It's not necessarily a supplement or something to, I don't know if it actually makes you relax, but I find it relaxing, and that's just kind of what I do at the end of the day. But I don't take any official like supplements to relax at the end of the day. The next thing is, what does your dream home look like and where is it located? Love your channel. Thank you so much. So my dream home, it looks like having 5 bedrooms, so that way each boy can have their own bedroom. Also a double sink for the boys. They currently have 1 sink, which is fine now because they're all small, but as they grow into larger teenagers, an extra sink would be amazing. We would also love some land. Our backyard is pretty tiny for 4 boys, mind you. I mean, of course we'll make it work. It is a great yard, a great house. I'm not complaining about ours. We're very grateful for it. But I'm just saying, if money was no object, if we hit the lottery tomorrow, this is what my dream house would look like. We would love an in-ground pool for the boys to play with. We want to be that house where they come with their friends, so that way we can always be near them, keep an eye on them, be in their day-to-day life as they grow up and be teenagers. So that is something. And then otherwise we're pretty open to everything else. Like, we like the way that our house is now, so maybe just enhancing, like having a little bit larger of a family room, because for us it's fine, but if we have family members over too, it can become a little tight. We would love somewhere for our guests to stay. Right now they are in our basement because all the bedrooms are full with the little ones. So having a guest room would be awesome too. So that way, you know, parents and siblings could all come and stay. And if that had a bathroom, that would just be a dream home. I would love to keep a front porch. We have a front porch now, so keeping that would be awesome. A really large pantry for all of the food for the boys. Basically a house for the boys. No, I'm kidding, but those are some things that my husband and I would just love. A finished basement, we have that, so that is awesome. Somewhere to put our gym equipment, that's really important to us. I love having our washer and dryer upstairs. As far as location, as of right now, it would just have to be in this Maryland area near my husband's job. In a dream world, we could live near our family in New Jersey, but that means that I would have to drop everything, find a really high paying job as well, and yeah, it just would be complicated to go back there. It's really expensive, property taxes as well. So my husband's job is here, and that is why we are here right now. Next question, how do you balance married life? We pretty much talk all day long, my husband and I. He's at work a lot right now, but he was off for a very long time on work injury. So we have lots of time together. As you can imagine, some days we just felt like, okay, this is too much time together, if that makes sense. So right now we're just appreciating the fact that he's able to go back to work. I'm able to take care of all the kids. And when we do get our nights off together, we try and spend all of that time together. The next question kind of goes along with that. How often do I see my husband? What do we like to do together? And how often do we get a date night? We get our anniversary date night pretty much once a year. That's really it. Maybe one other time if we're lucky. We really don't get date nights. But what we like to do is create date nights at home. So when he is off and we put all the kids to bed, we'll get our favorite snacks and watch a new movie together. So that is something that we really enjoying and just relaxing and being at home right now, because the phase of life that we are in is so busy. He's so busy with work and I'm so busy with the kids. I honestly can't fathom going out anywhere after the kids' bedtime. We just want to relax and try and recuperate and, you know, re-energize to get on with the next day. But we do make it a point to do our anniversary trip every single year to Ocean City, New Jersey. So that is something that we do, and we are also going to be planning a 10-year anniversary trip next year. The next question is, what do we like to do as a family? As far as the older boys, we like to take them to the beach when we go up to New Jersey, or swimming at my mom's house. Here in Maryland, we're not really close to anything fun. So we just like to go on family walks. The boys like to play basketball. We'll go to the playgrounds. Little kid stuff like that right now is just what we can do, especially with the twins. The next question is, how did I deal with carpal tunnel during pregnancies? I had it twice and it can be very painful, very annoying to sleep with carpal tunnel. So something that I found that helped was sleeping with wrist braces on both arms. But I will say, if you can make it through pregnancy with that, the day that I gave birth, the carpal tunnel pretty much went away. I even went to the hospital with my wrist brace. I gave birth, I think it was to the twins maybe, in wrist brace. I can't remember. Somebody I wore wrist brace for because my wrist hurt so bad, but those braces really do help. I got to a point in my twin pregnancy where I was wearing them by daytime too. I was just a hot mess with the twins. I had a big old belly with a belly band. I had my carpal tunnel wrist braces. But there's really no cure for the carpal tunnel, so the only thing I can say is try out those wrist braces, especially at nighttime while you sleep, and see if that helps give you some relief. The last question that I'm going to answer today is, what equipment and apps did I use to start my YouTube channel? Initially, I was filming on my phone and using the free iMovie. It's okay, but you don't really get that many features to edit your videos. As I progress, I did get a regular camera, and that has been great. And the program that I use to edit is called Filmora, that you can pay for one time and have it for life. So I found that to be worth it. I also use Epidemic Sounds for my music, so that way I don't get copyrighted and I can actually make money off of my videos versus somebody else making money off of my videos. And that's pretty much it. I use the app Canva to make my thumbnails, and that is a free app. There's also paid aspects, but you don't have to do that part. Some other things that I use are like a tripod. I just got that on Amazon. The one that I have is nothing like fancy. Also a ring light, and I also found a way to kind of rig up my camera, so now it has its own little light on the side. I got a base plate, put my camera on top, and I have a little light just for some dark areas of my home. Like my basement gym and my kitchen are pretty dark, so people were saying I needed better lighting, so I was able to do that. But that's pretty much all I use as far as editing. So thank you guys so much for sending in your questions and for watching today's video all the way until the end. I appreciate you guys watching all of my videos. It really does help my channel out. I'm hoping to continue to grow my channel, so that way I can help provide for my family as my channel gets bigger and more people watch. So I cannot express my gratitude enough towards you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.